Messi scores! To Ronaldinho, he shoots, he scores! Goldman scores! Cunningham, he shoots! Wilkin makes a huge save!
Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide.
Counter-attack chance, Swift scores!
Here I come, you can't hide.
Great setup, Goldman, Segura, scored!
And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, from the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium in Utica, New York. The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on Twitch. Send us a message in the chat. We might just read it live on air during tonight's broadcast. Here this afternoon at the Odd, it's Utica and Milwaukee. In the third meeting of the season, third and final between the two sides, Milwaukee has won the first two, 9-7 and then 5-3, the latter of which took place on February the 5th. Our coverage today is presented in part by Alt Sports Data. Alt Sports Data is the official sports data partner of the Major Arena Soccer League. Alt Sports is a San Diego-based leader in trading and consumer data for action, alternative, and emerging sports. By SI Ticks. Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the Major Arena Soccer League action in your favorite arenas. Now with no fees at checkout. And by Quentas. App, card, wallet. Quentas has everything you need to manage your money your way. Visit Quentas.com today to learn more. We'll throw it downstairs for pregame introductions.
Utica City FC team, starting with today's reserves. Welcome to the city, number 6, Taylor Walter. Also making his UCFC debut this afternoon, number 7,
An excellent performance by Amanda Aiello to start off our broadcast day as we get ready for action in this Eastern Division matchup. Milwaukee in town, fresh off of a Friday night, albeit a very close win against the St. Louis Ambush, a 6-5 final led by a Derek Huffman hat trick. This is a big match today for Milwaukee. They are 7 points clear of second place in the Eastern Division at the top of the table, but you better believe Kansas City is surging up that standings table very quickly after the acquisition of Zach Reggett, or at least that's what everyone in the league is kind of projecting at this point. For Utica City FC, a huge win 8 days ago here at home, an overtime victory, albeit laden with some controversy. Utica over Harrisburg in that match by a 4-3 final score. Bo Yelovitz with the ultimate match winner in extra time. And for Utica, they're tied for the fifth and final playoff spot at the moment. They would get in if the season ended today on regulation wins. But Utica would definitely like to find a way to shake St. Louis in that fifth and final position in the standings. So a huge match for both of these sides entering today on this Sunday afternoon. A strong crowd here on what's being dubbed Utica Weekend between the Utica Comets and Utica City FC, and the city wearing complimentary, or commemorative I should say, warm-up jerseys in observance of the occasion. If you're looking for a player that could feature in today's game from each team, it's easy to say somebody like Ian Bennett, who of course has a 44-game point streak going and is rolling over the league yet again. The two-time MVP has been virtually unstoppable this season, although Utica was the team that ended his goal-scoring streak back on February the 5th. But take a look at the goalkeeping today. William Bonahene, the MASL co-defensive player of the week, alongside his battery mate Augie Ray. They had an incredible performance at St. Louis. They pitched a shutout, and although there was a tough loss at Baltimore the following night, Bonahene getting right back on the horse last night with some key saves in that win against St. Louis at home. For Utica, Andrew Coughlin, his last two games have been fantastic between the pipes. 9 of 12 in the win over Harrisburg. He made 9 saves there. And also a great performance against Milwaukee in the game that was 5-3 on February the 5th. Ian Bennett on MASL Monday was very, very complimentary of the way that Andrew performed in that game. And that's about as high praise as you can get, I think, from a fellow player in this league. Utica chasing their 5th home victory of the season. And the Milwaukee Wave would love to build some momentum on the road. They are 7-1 when playing at home, but the majority of their matches in the second half will be away from Panther Arena. So they really have their work cut out for them in that regard, with the majority of their matches in the second half going to be away from home. Coughlin up to center, slots it up the right wing, connects to the feet of Bo Yelovitz. Yelovitz marked up one-on-one in the right wing corner by a familiar face, Ben Raymond, who has played the majority of his career between the Utica and Syracuse franchises. Also played in San Diego in 2021, won the Ron Newman Cup, centering feet off the boards, just past the hands of William Bonahene. And Milwaukee can steady it in their own zone from there. Mario Alvarez, a player to watch, third on the team in points. He has been on a roll lately for the Wave. Nate Bordeaux circling back to center. He had a goal in the win over Harrisburg. Up the right side at the zone line, Milton DeAndrade, strong on the ball, gets it back, rattles it down the glass, and William Bonahene has to knock it away two-handed. Bradley starting it up from out of the back. Utica not afraid to press against this Milwaukee team. And the Wave will very much do the same on possession loss up front, and Utica has to be prepared for that today. Free kick awarded to Christian Segura. To the MASL Defender of the Year a few years ago, Darren Toby. Set up out of the corner by the newcomer, Taylor Walter Bond, but he missed his runner. Taylor Walter Bond acquired in a trade that was made official on Friday. That trade also sending Joey Tavernisi to Florida. So it is a bit of a different look today for head coach Everton Moreira and this Utica City roster. And as the ball made its way down to Alava, it will be turned over to Milwaukee. Alvarez, who had a goal on Friday. Salmeron, recent draft pick of the Wave, getting some great minutes here. Ian Bennett, now with 26 goals this season. Milwaukee in the gold kits today. Downfield, they go looking for Derek Huffman, who had a great performance on Friday, but the ball was cleared away from him by Logan Roberts. Going down on the far side, Segura. That results in a free kick for Utica. And it's the debuting Fabinho back behind the ball here. Fabinho Fernandez, recently acquired from San Diego, is playing on the reserve team and gets an opportunity to play in this lineup today. Among the notable omissions for Utica are Quentin Swift and Tim Goldman. Goldman got shaken up in the match against Harrisburg and is not back to 100% as of yet. Off the restart, Nunez to center, backing down defensively is Nate Bordeaux, and gets himself into a good position to disrupt the flow of play. Nunez walking forward, tries the right foot to left foot dribble and gets tangled up with Bo Yelovitz. 12:01 to play here in the first quarter in Utica, New York. Glad you're along for the ride today on MASL TV. Mario Alvarez with the free kick from beyond the zone line, plays that straight across. Oliveira with a burst of speed down the right side. Sliding after him was Hundelt. Double team comes over. Mijatovic, recently acquired from St. Louis, helps to get the takeaway, and here comes Hundelt off the one ball. To Gerson, with a match in every game he's played for Utica so far. It deflected off the front row. It will stay with Utica. 11:39 to play here in the first quarter. Gerson, straight in. Taylor Walter Bond looking for his first in a Utica uniform. Won't get it there. It was blocked. Bond last year going to the league finals with the Florida Tropics. And has been a consistent veteran presence in this league for a long time. Had a great season with Chicago a number of seasons ago that really got him on everybody's radar. Segura, straight back to Stefan Mijatovic, and now to Andrew Coughlin. This will be the order of the day. High pressure pretty much all the time on any loss of possession up front. Expect that from both teams. Segura at the center circle. Downfield to Fernandez. We haven't seen him in a while at home, making his 9th appearance of the season. Fresh off the injury report. Toby to Bordeaux. Downfield into the right wing corner. Set at the feet of Fernandez. Battling one-on-one with Raymond. Looking for Bordeaux, who is trailing the play. It got knocked away and back to center by Alex Sanchez, who had a goal on Friday. Busy day today in the MASL. We'll follow scores around the league as we go. Nilton DeAndrade shoots. That's blocked by Raymond. Follow-up opportunity by Nate Bordeaux is planted into the corner. Bordeaux recovers in the corner, tries to center, and that's blocked by Raymond. Those two know each other very well. Bordeaux down the glass and finds William Bonahene, who comes up throwing with the distribution downfield. Settled in the left wing corner by Kyle Crane out of Fort Collins, Colorado, 6'1", 185-pounder. Utica wrestles the ball away. Fabinho. Gerson directing traffic downfield. Or rather, Segura. Isak Soma a game-time decision in this Utica lineup today after he kind of got tangled up earlier this week with a, we'll call it a nagging but not insurmountable injury. And they wanted to make sure he was good to go before he got started here today. Bradley downfield looking for Huffman. It deflects into the hands of Andrew Coughlin. Huffman with a point or more in 5 of his last 7 for the Wave. And he's been playing really, really well. 9 assists, 11 goals, 20 points. Left side, here's Bond. In an advanced position, looking for an option. Pivots back around. His option on the wing was covered. Chased back to midfield, and Gordy Gerson is on the scene. To Andrew Coughlin. Coughlin lines one downfield. Off the corner boards. A one-on-one battle developing in the corner. Fernandez peels away, he shoots wide. Alvarez not able to win the ball off the rookie there. Great effort on the left-hand side, and a ball played across the box. Nothing doing there for Segura. Now back to Alava, he shoots. Blocked away by Alvarez, who tumbles to the turf. Good recovery by the Wave. Utica very well could be up 1-0 at this point. Fernandez pulls up inside the zone line and shoots. Punched away out to the top end of the goal box, and that's sent downfield by Andrew Wiedebach from Mequon, Wisconsin. In his 8th season in the league, former Minnesota United reserves player. In the 2019-20 season, he had a career-high 6 goals for the Wave. Nilton de Andrade awarded possession of the ball here as Nunez backs away. Toby to Fabinho. Downfield pass blocked by Luan Oliveira. Luan has points in all 4 career matches against Utica. Dylan Hundelt, the former Harrisburg man, to Toby. Coughlin. And Raymond will hustle to it first. But it went off the shelf of the boards, and that brings us to our media timeout. Today's match coverage is presented in part by Quentas. Money transfers are made easy with Quentas, powered by Western Union. Download the Quentas app today and use promo code MASL. Quentas is the official financial technology partner of the Major Arena Soccer League. And while we have an opportunity here in this media timeout, I'll bring to you my Twitch question of the day. Always a fun opportunity to hear from you, the fans, in the Twitch chat that we have ongoing. Register for an account and feel free to chime in as we go during this one today. My Twitch question of the day is as follows. What is your dream location, indoors or outdoors, to see a soccer game? What is your dream location to go see a game? And I'll start. I would love to go to Old Trafford and see Manchester United play at home. I'd also love to see West Ham United play at home. So probably those two. We've got one user in our Twitch chat that says, obviously Wembley. Wembley Stadium, fantastic venue. A sold-out Wembley Stadium will be great. Lux St. Lou, I recognize that name in our Twitch chat. Just ready for the new MLS Stadium opening up in St. Louis. A few others as well. Allianz Arena, Lambeau Field. They have had soccer at Lambeau Field as recently as last year, which was awesome. Downfield, out of the corner on the restart, Huffman scores! It's 1-0 Wave. With 6:49 to play in the first quarter, Luan Oliveira with a fantastic setup. Long ball on the restart, and it just takes a juicy hop off that corner glass stanchion. Well executed on the restart by Milwaukee out of the media timeout. They lead 1-0 on Derek Kaufman's fourth goal of this weekend. That was pretty remarkable. And you don't know if that's totally the way the coach drew it up, but the ball bounced the right way, was in the right place at the right time. And Derek Kaufman doesn't miss from that territory unless Andrew Coughlin has something to say about it. So it is 1-0, the Wave with the early goal. William Bonahene, native of Rochester, New York, knows this part of the state very, very well. Played for Buffalo State College in his collegiate days, previously with Harrisburg before coming to Milwaukee this season. And just a first-class human being as well, I can confirm. Willie, a big fan of strawberry milkshakes, apparently. I found that out on Friday. Down goes Mijatovic. They will play on Qudis Lawal, who drew the penalty kick that led to a 1-0 lead for Milwaukee against St. Louis on Friday. Of course, that one buried by Ian Bennett. Down the right side to the feet of Kyle Crane. Crane knocks it across to Wiedebach. How will Utica respond? There's a tip by Hundelt, but it is the Wave who recover. Crane in the left side corner, battling one-on-one with Mijatovic. Help coming over from Bojelovitz. .454 left in the first quarter. Crane to the middle. Ball tipped back to Alan Samaran. Samaran trying to take Segura one-on-one, thinks better of it. One-on-one matchup downfield. They try to set up Huffman there. Mijatovic responsible for marking him many a time in his MASL career. Ball ends up out of play, and it will go back to Utica. Swung across on the transition on the restart. Shot taken by Roberts, and that's blocked away by Stuart Grable. Grable entering this match with 16 blocked shots. He scored his first goal of the season in the 7-0 win at St. Louis. Toby restarts it. Back to Roberts. Anthony Bordeaux. Bordeaux on a 4-game point streak. Entering today's action. Taylor Walter Bond. Getting separation off Bradley. Plays it across. Knows he doesn't have what he's looking for. Downfield off the left side corner boards. To the feet of Bond. Trying to center it in for Nilton DeAndrade. That's accounted for well by Bradley. Great chip off the wall. Here comes Hundelt cutting into the middle. Grable cleans up the mess. 3:31 to play here in the first quarter. Bordeaux, Nilton DeAndrade, pressured off of the ball by Wiedebach. Hoffman the other way. Falls into the boards. A blue card going to Mijatovic. City to the penalty kill. 63.2% success rate this year. They are 6 of 8 when killing off penalties at home. Their overall percentage is 6th in the MASL and 2nd in the Eastern Division. For the Wave, a 43.8% power play. They're third in the Eastern Division, 14 of 32 this year. And here we go with a challenge and a video review. So they are questioning whether or not Mijatovic even got Huffman here. And off that look, that might get reversed. Let's get another crack at seeing exactly how this transpired. Yeah, he didn't touch him there. I think this blue card's coming back. Although Mijatovic is still seated.
Utica City FC is still on the penalty kill.
Utica's still on the PK. So they do continue with the call on the field. Call was confirmed. Alvarez. To the backside of the play, Huffman. Into the corner, long attempt, Wiedebach. Cleared up in front by Yelovitz. So Utica has lost their challenge. Bennett on the left wing, back to Alvarez. 1:19 to go in the power play. Centered into the middle, Oliveira not able to get in a shooting position. Alava out to pressure, and down he goes. 1:03 left in the power play. Utica looking forward, it's Hundell past the foot of Gerson. Raymond to Huffman. Luan Oliveira, who has an assist in this match. Back to Alvarez. It's 1-0 Wave right now. Alvarez. Huffman. Wiedebach wide. Alvarez from the top end of the box. He shoots and scores. Mario Alvarez with his 7th of the season for the Milwaukee Wave and his 2nd power play goal of the year. He's got goals in both games this weekend. And it is 2-0 Milwaukee on the power play goal, the minute 39 to play in the first quarter. So that fantastic goal doubles up the Wave lead. 1:35 remaining in the quarter. Alava. Downfield, Isak Soma. One-on-one with Ben Raymond. Alava. Isak. Working against Raymond. Those two know each other well. Grable up on the double team pressure. Alava. To the middle, Bradley. Soma. Back to Segura. Right-footed play towards the front. Bond was there. It hit off of Bradley. And lands in the hands of Willie B. Overhand throw by Willie B on the distribution. Utica recovers quickly. Bond. to Isak Soma at the center circle. It is 2-0 Wave in the final 30 seconds of this first quarter. Toby to Soma. Burst of speed up the left side. Down he goes on the collision with Nunes. Free kick awarded to Utica on the foul. Gerson directing traffic. He's behind the ball along with Segura. Gerson, little stutter step. Segura, shoots high. Over the crossbar there with 13 seconds to play in the first quarter. Huffman to Bennett. Oliveira wide. Goes for the header. Deflection from Bennett. Also wide with 2 seconds to play. And that will be the final opportunity for either team in this first quarter as it comes to an end. Milwaukee leading Utica 2-0 here at the Odd after 15 minutes of action. We'll be back with more in a moment on MASL TV. Party in the USA ringing throughout the arena as we celebrate Utica, New York on Utica weekend. Here at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium, and Utica City FC hoping that maybe they'll have a little more to celebrate in the second quarter as the Milwaukee Wave have assumed a 2-0 lead through 15 minutes of play. Derek Huffman with the first goal for Utica, and then the second from Mario, or I should say Milwaukee. I had Utica on the brain there because it is Utica weekend, but it was Huffman for Milwaukee and then Alvarez. The Wave leading 2-0 as we hit the second quarter of play. Huffman will kick it off. Again, 4 goals this weekend. He has been rolling for the Milwaukee Wave as kind of that secondary scoring option behind Ian Bennett. Bennett getting a touch on it here. Raymond looking up to the neutral zone. Put it right to Nate Bordeaux. Bordeaux up the right wing to Yelovitz. Bordeaux. Yelovitz, the co-captains, trading the ball along the boards. And a crossfield pass is sniffed out by Bennett. Here he comes on the counter. Bennett pulls up and shoots. Coughlin with a big save. The rebound getting away from Huffman. Good back heel to provide some relief by Bo Yelovitz. Down the right side, Raymond. And a hard collision there with Gordy Gerson will result in Utica ball. Mijatovic in the right side corner. Alava. Alava back to the bench area. Nilton DeAndrade. This is Taylor Bond in the right side corner with Mijatovic patrolling the near side. Mijatovic under heat from Cutis Lawal. Has to move it along and does. Nilton DeAndrade. Down the wall, tries to shoot, blocked away by the backside of Ben Raymond. And Oliveira back to the keeper, Willie B. Through the air and on target for Cutis Lawal. Oliveira. Bradley hustling downfield. As the ball is set at the feet of Derek Huffman. 13:03 before we hit halftime. It is 2-0 Wave if you're just joining us. Huffman going to work here in the right side corner. A little bit of grappling there with Nilton DeAndrade. And that will result in a free kick for Milwaukee. Luan Oliveira, who had the game-winning goal in the last meeting. Set to go. Delivers it back to Bennett, who shoots. Two-handed save by Coughlin. Headed out of play. Last touched by Taylor Walter Bond. The newly acquired Taylor Walter Bond. Bradley. Right-footed pass back. Alvarez. Now here comes Willie B to provide an outlet. Alvarez. Down to Bennett. Bennett marked up one-on-one by Roberts. It deflects off the glass into the middle. Bennett off the volley shoots. Coughlin with another save. Mr. Stretch has been on his game so far today. 12:08 to go here in the second quarter. Here comes Isak Soma the other way. Stunner step. He shoots. Willie B comes out to challenge and tips it to the corner. An aggressively postured challenge by William Bonahene. Curling to the middle, Alvarez shoots. Coughlin vacuums it up. These two goalkeepers, the last time they met each other, they put on a show on February 5th. A 5-3 Milwaukee win at Panther Arena. Sharp angle shot taken there by Gordy Gerson, and it just missed wide. Down to Willie B. Bonahene surveying for options. Huffman slips off of Segura. Segura, nice job to recover. And it will be awarded to Utica. Off the high glass to the feet of Gordy Gerson on the restart. Gerson has help. It's Toby. Toby, right-footed back pass. It'll find Juan Alava. Second year with the city for Juan Alava. Into the right side corner, Bo Yelovitz. Backing away from Ben Raymond. Yelovitz looking for the wall. Score set up in front. Sliding there was Gerson. Alava in the vicinity as well. And the ball rattles away as Willie B is down in the left side corner. And a little bit slow to get up. Another look at all the mayhem that just happened. Yelovitz off the boards. Grable into Gerson a little bit there. And then Willie B over as he cleared it away. At the other end, over the bar by Huffman. On the volley, quick restart transition. Utica's got to be better at defending that than they've been through the first 20 or so minutes of this one. Those transitions have been very crisp for the Wave here in the early going. Oliveira, Bennett. Shot it right to Bordeaux. Here comes Nilton DeAndrade, the former UMass Boston soccer player, All-American Division III, and the most decorated player in UMass Boston history. Pulling up to shoot, Bond, Willie B secures the ball, no rebound. Cudis Lawal, Luan Oliveira, turned over to Utica. Hundell plays it forward. Nilton DeAndrade squares it up on the outside of his foot. Knocked back to Fabinho. Mijatovic cycles the ball over to Isak Soma. Soma cuts into the corner, rips it off the boards. Hundell was beat to the ball there. And Alvarez deflected it out of play. Free kick in the corner for Segura and for Utica as they try to dig out of this 2-0 hole. Segura, stutter step, back to Bordeaux. Segura shoots, that's blocked to the corner. Segura has help across. Mijatovic to Bojelovic. Against Bradley here on that exchange. Segura dancing at the zone line, had Alvarez fooled. Or rather, he had Luan fooled. Alvarez was just in the vicinity. And the Wave able to successfully win it back with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Salmeron got by the challenge of Segura and recovered the ball. Salmeron at the center line. Has an option in the middle. It's Huffman. Huffman to his left to Ian Bennett. Wanalava with a great takeaway. Milwaukee leading 2-0 against Utica. 8.5 to play before we hit halftime. Banahene up to Bradley at center. Nunez down the right side, off the end boards. Cleaned up well by Mijatovic. He overruns the ball. Alvarez is there. Good hustle by both parties. But it's Alvarez from Aurora, Illinois, third on the team in points, who recovers the ball. Alan Salmeron weaving up to Bojelovic. Pretty significant size disparity between those two, but Salmeron fairly fleet of foot. Azqueta, they call him Squid. To Grable, he pulls up and shoots. Great save by Coughlin. Smartly steps out and traps the ball. Especially on a good string of possession there for the Wave. That is key that Utica gets that ball back through the keeper there. And that Coughlin manages the rebound, doesn't allow anything further to develop, and gets Utica into a more controlled state of being able to build up and come downfield. Past Bordeaux and to Coughlin. Inches the ball forward. 6:58 to go before halftime. It's 2-0 Wave. Alvarez and Huffman with the goals. And a great sliding challenge out high here. Coughlin will take care of it. That was Azqueta, who was nearly off to the races. Robert scores! Clark Kent has arrived. Logan Roberts with his third of the season on a fantastic feed. And it starts with Gerson to Fernandez. And he gets it around his old buddy Ben Raymond. And on target for Logan Roberts. Six and a half to play here in the second quarter. Utica has some life. Few folks in our Twitch chat asking about the celebration there from Logan Roberts. And it's kind of like that moment where Clark Kent takes off the suit to become Superman. That's been his signature for many years. So we hit the media timeout, 6:37 left in the second quarter. It's 2-1 Wave. Utica with their first goal of the contest coming from Logan Roberts, his third of the season. While we have an opportunity, we'd like to tell you about MASLsoccer.com. It's your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And MASL Monday, which is on every Monday night on SiriusXM FC, channel 157 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Alex Bastiavansky is joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Yeah, I saw the Pirate eye patch bit too as Matt Thornton NFL chimes in our Twitch chat. But before that, you see him do, or after that, you see him do. We'll get another look at it right now. So the Pirate eye patch, and then there's the Clark Kent. Anyway, 6:23 to go before halftime. It's 2-1 Wave. Downfield off the end boards, Mijatovic shoulder to shoulder with Huffman. Mijatovic with the ball under his right foot. Help coming from Nunez. For Milwaukee, that helps them win the ball back. Recovered by Nilton DeAndrade. To Hundelt. And to Mijatovic. Fabinho. Yelovitz. Down to Alava in the right side corner. Working against Wiedebach. Back up top to Alava. Mijatovic, Yelovitz. Across to Alava. Alava. Behind his man, centered into Fernandez. He was open. The ball just went off his foot on the touch. It is 2-1 Wave. The goals for Milwaukee coming from Alvarez and Huffman. Utica's lone goal coming from Logan Roberts. Samaran, left side, sliding challenge by Roberts. He looks locked in today. He slides into that ball and it's propelled downfield. .358 before halftime. It's 2-1 Wave. Milwaukee trying to improve on that 3-2-1 road record that they have. Going to be very important for them in the back half of the season. Majority of their matches to date have been at home. Collision involving Willie B. Utica will have the free kick. And Segura will be back behind it. Mijatovic down the boards to Bond. Bond cycling back. Mijatovic. 3.5 to play before the break. 2-1. Hundelt down the boards. Bond feeding into the middle. Mijatovic very carefully evaluating his options here. Pressure was there with Kyle Crane involved. It was very passive pressure, but it was enough to make him think. Yelovitz circling the middle. Stutter step. He shoots around Bradley. And Banahene makes the save. Back heel, Huffman to Grable, off the end boards, and behind the runner he was looking for on the backside of the play, Sanchez. I also want to thank everyone in the Twitch chat for explaining that celebration far better than I ever could have. I am by no means an expert on celebrations, or really for that matter on anything. Alvarez shoots it out of play. .20 before halftime. Fernandez working against his defender there. The ball goes out of bounds. Fernandez turning to the middle, lost the ball, and here's Kudus Lawal with it. Turned back over to the city at center. Nilton DeAndrade against Grable. Inches his way in. Plays it off the official in the corner. Nilton DeAndrade recovers and shoots it to Willie B, who makes the save. Follow-up chance for Nilton. And that's out of play. Hope the official's okay after that. That probably didn't feel good. .142 before halftime. And out of play into the Utica bench in front of head coach Everton Moreira, who knows a thing or two about Milwaukee. Not only in his coaching days, especially with St. Louis, but also as a player. And has spent a bit of time calling Milwaukee home. 1:25 left before the half. Foul assessed to Huffman. And it's Mijatovic. To Isak Soma. Soma to the right wing to Hundelt. Hundelt across. Segura had some time and space. The touch off the boards kind of takes that space away. Hundelt, high press against Raymond. Raymond preserves the ball. The Milwaukee Wave leading 2-1 on the road here in Utica. As we come up on the final minute of the first half. Down to the backside of the play. Great play downfield to find Luan Oliveira, but he shoots it wide. .41 seconds before we hit the break. Down the right side, knocked to the front there by Oliveira. It was cleared away from the goal box. Wanalava calling out something as he pointed forward. He's directing traffic here. Utica in crunch time wants to tie this up if they have the means to do so. Mijatovic runs straight into a brick wall at the zone entry line for Milwaukee, and that brick wall answers to the name Cutest Wall. I love when the phonetics come together. .2 left in the half. Big free kick for Utica. Gerson deployed out on the right. Segura will call timeout. Now with 5.2 left, a lot of different crafty play designs that Everton Moreira can go with here. Giuliano on the other bench for Milwaukee knows Everton well. So it'll be interesting to see how that chess match develops over the final 5.2 seconds of this half on this key, critical set piece. They've been adversaries so many times in this league. And Everton, if you look at Utica's set piece execution lately, it's been fantastic. They got that critical set piece that Bordeaux tapped in the Harrisburg match. And there's been a lot of other crafty play designs that we've seen or that Everton doesn't necessarily want to take credit for all the time. He is very much a Jimmy's and Joe's over X's and O's kind of guy, which I can appreciate in terms of the mentality and who he gives the credit to. He gives the credit to his players. And you'll love to see that. The Wave scored the first two of the match. Utica looking to pull even. Hundell is back behind it now, so a different look entirely. Two-man wall coming up. That wall includes Ian Bennett. Hundell to the corner, and that one is lifted out of play by Toby with 2.9 left. Bad news if you're Utica. See a lot of folks giving me some kudos in the chat. I want to take a moment and thank you all very much. While we have this moment, you are far, far too kind. 2-1 at the end of the first half. The Milwaukee Wave have the leverage at the midway point. Let's send it down to Michael Lear with Taylor Walter Bond.
Hey everybody, can we get a warm Utica City FC welcome for our newest player, Taylor Bond? Taylor, welcome to Utica. How does it feel to be playing on the booth there for this crowd? It's great to be here. It's a great city, it's a great town, it's a great team. Talk about that first half from your guys' perspective and maybe what you can do better in the second. Personally, I came home with the correct energy and I felt like we had all opportunities to take this game away. Walking out of the Milwaukee Wave, there were ball finishes. We're back in the second half. What do you need out of this crowd in the second half to keep the energy up? Keep it loud, keep it low. Let's go, Utica, come on! Thanks, Taylor. Don't forget, we can
Taylor Walter Bond, the newest member of Utica City FC, acquired from Harrisburg prior to the weekend. 2-1 our score at the break. We will step away, come back with more MASL soccer action on MASL TV shortly. Enjoy the halftime festivities, everybody.
It's time for the Davidson of Rome High Five Intermission. Turn to the person next to you and give them your best high five. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bam! Go Utica FC! Score your best deal on a vehicle at Davidson of Rome. Family owned for over 50 years. Shop over 800 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at DavidsonGMRome.com.
Let's go, Utica!
What's your story? What moments make life an adventure? Community is where memories happen. At Bank of Utica, enriching our community for current and future generations has been part of our mission since 1927. By supporting local, community-focused organizations, we work together to open doors to education, the arts, and meaningful career paths. Making stories to remember. Bank with Utica.
Hi, Frank Mastervito here, owner at Mastervito Hyundai, your local family-owned and operated dealership.
Mastervito Hyundai is a proud supporter of our community's local soccer team, the UCFC.
We appreciate the UCFC in our local community for all of our children.
Catch a Mastervito Hyundai t-shirt at halftime and receive $500 off any one of our 700 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. Go UCFC
And make your move to Mastervito Hyundai.
When it comes to investing, looking from a fresh perspective can make all the difference. It can provide what we call an unlock, a realization that often reveals a better path forward. At Wells Fargo, it's our expertise in finding this kind of insight that has led us to become one of the largest investment and wealth management firms in the country. Discover how we can help find your unlock.
Shoot! It's goal!
What's going on, everyone? Alex Bastiavansky here in the MASL studio. Hope you're loving the game so far. Some big encounters went down last week. We will cover them today on the show. Starting things off with an Eastern tilt between Kansas City and Florida.
First chance to score. One touch. Shoots! And he hits it home! Welcome, Zach Reggett, to the Comets.
That's right, Zach Reggett as a KC Comet. He was traded for the second time in 2 weeks as Kansas City acquired him from the Harrisburg Heat on February 9th. And Zach was a beast against the team that first traded him, the Florida Tropics. He had 5 goals in the game. He was pumped all right, helping to lead his new squad to the emphatic 12-6 win over FLA. All good things must come to an end at some point, but nobody expected San Diego's win streak to end in this fashion. Frank Taiu was unstoppable last week for Empire, putting up 4 goals and 4 assists for 8 points as the Strikers snapped the Soccer's 30-game regular season win streak, 10-4 the final score. Harrisburg and Utica hooked up in a riveting contest that saw the teams trade punches all game long. The Heat was up 3-1 at one point, but the Blues would rally back and ultimately send this one to overtime.
Mijatovic powers forward. Ball! Scores! Send us home, Bo Yelovitz!
Yeah, Bo knows goals, and that one gave Utica the victory in dramatic fashion. The drama in St. Louis was off the charts against Florida. 45 seconds left, ambush up by 1, Drew Ruggles smokes it off the bar, off the ground, back off the bar before being smothered by Nascimento. I've never seen that before. The referee immediately calls for the video review. This is the best angle to show you, and from that perspective, it looks like it might have been over the line. There's your point of contact right there. It's just so tough to tell, though. The refs took a long look at it. Ultimately, the decision was no goal. Ricardo Carvalho and the Tropics are stunned and heartbroken. The ambush would add an insurance marker against 6 attackers to seal the deal. 7-5, your final. Chihuahua and Mesquite had 2 hugely entertaining games last weekend. This was the second one. This was the winning goal. Mesquite's Axel Chacunte taking on 3 Savage players and coming out on top. Off the boards, then through the legs of the keeper. Beautiful goal. That gave the Outlaws the insurance they needed. 6-5 was the final score in this one. Other game scores, Chihuahua took the first meeting between the two teams on Friday, 6-4. Milwaukee recorded the first MASL shutout in 2 years, blanking St. Louis 7-0. Ian Bennett extending his point streak to 43 games. But the next day, the Wave got slaughtered by Baltimore 11-3. San Diego back to its winning ways, taking down Tacoma 6-3. Scoring leaders, Frank Taiyu on top of 38 points, Lucas Roque in second with 34, followed by Ian Bennett, Sebastian Mendez of Mesquite, and Gordy Gerson of Utica City FC with 25 points. Players of the week, defensively, it's an interesting one, as 2 goalies from Milwaukee split it. William Banahaney and Augie Ray combined for 24 saves against the St. Louis Ambush in the 7-0 win, and as mentioned, that was the first shutout in the league since January of 2021. Offensively, Zach Reagit was a man on a mission against his former team.
And with that, we pick up with second half action. Opening kickoff just happening here to start off this third quarter. Derek Huffman, Mario Alvarez with the goals for Milwaukee. Utica getting an answer back in the second quarter from Logan Roberts. As we get ready for second half action, and already Willie B called upon to make a save on an incisive strike, a decisive one at that as well, by Stefan Mijatovic. And that's how second half play will begin from there. Another look on our picture-in-picture replay, one of the great things that we have going on with our production team here in Utica. Ball goes over the inboard glass and out of play. 14:21 to play here in the third quarter. Shots for the first half were 13-9 Utica, with the City getting 8 in the first quarter and 5 in the second quarter. 7 second quarter shots for the Wave. In-zone free kick coming up on the ball out of play, and it will be taken out of the left side corner. Today's coverage presented in part by SI Tix. If you want to see a game live, visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. Now with no fees at checkout. And while we have an opportunity as well, we want to thank everybody who is joining us today in the Twitch chat. Make sure you subscribe today to all of our MASL channels for exclusive MASL content. Here we go after a brief delay on the free kick. Crossed over by Gerson, filling in the gap down the right side is Mijatovic. And cleared away by Grable. Going to assists, entering this one for Grable. Off the foot of Wiedebach as it landed on the end boards. Recovered by Bordeaux. Bordeaux has his man beat, played it off the end boards. Headed away by Raymond. Gerson, a nice job on back pressure to recover the ball for Utica City FC. Also, folks, how about that karate demonstration at halftime? Wasn't that fantastic? Really great skills shown by all of those individuals, young and old. Certainly a lot better than I could have ever done. I made it to like orange belt when I was a kid and realized it wasn't for me. Long shot by Nilton DeAndrade. That's blocked by Bradley. And now recovered. Chip to Cutis Lawal. Up the right wing. Sanchez. Out of play. 13:06 to play in the third quarter. Seems like they did a pretty good job of cleaning up all that lumber as well. To their credit, I mean, there was wooden boards flying everywhere for about 5-10 minutes there. Centered into Bennett, he shoots wide, and the follow-up opportunity off the boards ascends into the protective netting. Bennett very active again, as you would expect. Samaram pressuring Roberts, who has the Utica goal. Bennett circling back. Salmeron. Alvarez. To William Bonahene as he cranks the ball downfield. Off the top of the glass. Everyone a little bit tentative as to whether or not that was staying in play. And we will play on as Alvarez doubles back to secure the ball. William Bonahene knocks it forward to the foot of Huffman. Huffman down the wall and on target for his man on the left wing. Alvarez recovers at the center line. Deposits it back to Azqueta. Nunez. Past Hundelt with the ball, but it is cleaned up easily by Mijatovic. Only man on the scene really there for either team. One other match today happening in the MASL, and at last report, it was a 1-0 game between Florida and Kansas City. Ahead to Gerson, he shoots, Willie B makes the save, and it tips in! Put it on the board for Gordy Gerson. We are tied at 2 with 11:17 to play in the third quarter. Extend that point streak in Utica Blue to 13 games for Gordy Gerson. As he shot it, and it just went off of Salmeron, who was doing nothing but trying to back pressure and get in a position to defend. That's just unlucky if you're Milwaukee. But Gordy Gerson, good goal scorers find ways to put the ball in the back of the net, even if it's unconventional. They don't ask how, they ask how many. Ian Bennett knows that after the goal he scored at St. Louis about a week and a half ago. Kind of played it from a little bit of a deep angle along the half boards, and it teardropped in off of a defending player. So these things do happen. And right there, Salmeron, wrong place, wrong time. Here's Utica on the counter. Left side, Bond shoots, blocked away. And corralled by Oliveira. The pass nutmegs Oliveira. Segura shooting wide. Segura along the right side. Filling in to shoot is Mijatovic. Willie B kneels down and denies the ball the opportunity to get further towards frame. Mijatovic off to his right to Nilton DeAndrade. Nilton, by the way, has been a bit of a pest for Milwaukee. He has goals in his first 2 appearances against the Wave in his rookie season. So Nilton has been quite strong against this opponent. Headed away by Fernandez, now settled by Alvarez. The Wave in possession of it here. To the flowing locks of Stuart Grable. Alvarez to Grable. And the pass is intercepted by Fernandez. The rookie holding his ground in his 9th appearance of the year to get the intercept. We are all tied at 2, thanks to a second half equalizer by Gordy Gerson. Utica responding with a elongated 2-0 run after the Wave got the lead in the first quarter. Stolen away by Grable. Here's Huffman. Back heels. Grable was on his way to the bench. And a blue card. A botched change by the Wave. Huffman just back heeling it there, expecting support. And it goes to Grable, who was going into the bench. Utica the power play on this. And a huge one at that in a 2-2 game, an opportunity to take the lead. And Utica came into this matchup today motivated to be sure. They know that they had an opportunity to beat Milwaukee a couple weeks ago. It was a close game. And the players definitely feeding off of that and the win against Harrisburg in practice this week. Wiedebach will serve the penalty for too many men. Gerson, across, Segura scores! 8th of the season for the man who wears number 8, Christian Segura. It's a power play goal and Utica leads 3-2. Gerson to Segura. He has it chop off the turf, off the touch. And then look at this volley. Utica up 3-2. In our Twitch chat, PickleJuice777 chiming in to say they heard the horn driving by the building. And all to that I'll say is, one, that's always an experience knowing that that horn is that loud that you can hear it for quite a ways outside the building. The only other thing I'll say is I hope you get to your destination safely. So Utica scores their 7th home power play goal of the season, or rather, excuse me, their 12th. Their 8th at home. Their 12th overall, their 8th at home. One of the best power plays in the Eastern Division, delivering the goods. Well, we have an opportunity, a chance to thank our league partners at Quintas. Money transfers are made easy with Quintas, powered by Western Union. Download the Quintas app today. Use promo code MASL. And off the restart, Milwaukee chasing the game here in the third quarter. They're now down 3-2. Bennett lost the ball. Ahead to Bond along the left side. Raymond is marking him. Pressure coming from Luan Oliveira. He goes down along the boards. Toby. Bond. Had no support up front. That's easily turned over to Luan Oliveira. Alvarez. Oliveira. Very careful build up with the Wave down by 1. Nunez. Circling back, he threw on the brakes. Alvarez. And across to Luan. Luan, burst of speed down the board, shot towards the net front. That was blocked by Mijatovic. Long attempt high and wide by Alvarez. T-Rare Mark in our Twitch chat says the top power play in the East. Well, that is correct. 47.4%, the top power play in the Eastern Division, strikes again. Azqueta. Out of Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, takes the return pass from the right side. It is 3-2, Utica leading the Milwaukee Wave. Azqueta, spin move. Soma upends his man, bursting down the boards. Here comes Utica on the counter. Soma lost his footing as he entered the zone. Tangled up there with Nunez. And there is a flag down on the field, but I thought Utica lost their challenge. Was that Milwaukee's challenge? There was a challenge flag at midfield. With 6:16 to go in the third quarter. Both teams taking an opportunity to huddle up as they go to look at this.
Utica City is challenging the rolling on the field for a potential penalty. This is now your media timeout.
Potential penalty and the media timeout as well. Utica did get to keep their challenge flag.
Hey guys, it's time to announce our SI Tickets fan of the game. Now, SI Tickets is the official ticketing partner of the MASL. Unlucky fans go home with $100 to SI Tickets. You can use this.
I don't know specifically why they were allowed to keep their challenge flag, but they were allowed to keep their challenge flag, and that's what I have.
Today's winner is sitting in section 212, row A.
While we have an opportunity, we'd like to tell you about the league website at maslsoccer.com. It's your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more.
Sporting events, shows, concerts, you name it. SI Tickets is the official ticketing partner of the MASL.
6:16 to go in the third quarter. Call stands on the field. Just a common foul as opposed to a blue card. That's how it is ruled here. So they were challenging for the potential blue card. They do not get it. Free kick for the City. Long shot taken, saved by Willie B. And Raymond will have the ball at his feet to restart play. 3-2 Utica leading Milwaukee. 6:09 to play in the third quarter. Over the bench boards, Utica will have possession in the neutral zone with the free kick. Headed forward by Hundelt to Gerson. Off the wall to Bo Yelovitz. Yelovitz to Hundelt. First year with the City after coming in from Harrisburg. And now to Darren Toby from Trinidad and Tobago. He shoots, it goes wide. Diving for it just to make sure was Willie B. Huffman to Willie B. Double team up to the ball. A dangerous position here if you're Milwaukee. Hundelt recovers the ball. Milwaukee, a nice job of defending there, even if they don't recover the ball. The key is they stop it from progressing after it was played to the middle. Bordeaux dumps it back to Alava. Now to Toby. In our Twitch chat, Hal Matthews, the user asking, has there been an overturned call by review yet this year? The answer is about 35% of the time. That was the figure that was shared with all of us earlier this week. The overturn happens about 35% of the time. Mijatovic together with Kutis Lawal. And the foul. The ball will go to Utica here. Nilton de Andrade. Up to the offensive zone line, shoots right into Grable. Propelled back to midfield, the wall together with Mijatovic behind the play. It comes forward to Sanchez. Sanchez off the shelf of the boards, top of the box, free kick for Milwaukee. They say that Nilton was the last man to touch it. So it will be a Milwaukee free kick. This is an area where the Wave are especially deadly. Utica needs to be on their toes to defend this free kick with a 3-2 lead. And great defending by Mijatovic. A slow-rolling ball. Milwaukee probably doesn't get the execution anywhere close to what they were expecting there. And that slow-rolling ball was immediately knocked out by Mijatovic. Good instincts on the defending side. Hundelt, Bond, Utica recovers the ball. Toby to Coughlin. Up the right side, redirected forward by Oliveira. Mijatovic, Bradley in front of the bench area. Kept moving to Hoffman. Hoffman down the left side. Stays on his feet. Double team comes over to the ball. And Isak Soma dispossesses his man, looking for Fernandez. And Alvarez was there in the back pressure to clog that passing lane. With 3:23 left in the third quarter. Here comes Wiedebach. Left side, a hard centering pass, and Crane scores. Kyle Crane with his second goal this season for the Milwaukee Wave. And with 3:15 to go in the third quarter, we are back to level terms. Kyle Crane, 6'185" getting a lot of minutes up front as a target, especially in the absence of Andre Hain, who's not playing today. Hain did not play on Friday either. Wiedebach will pick up the assist on the play as we are all tied at 3. Toby knocks it off the boards. Pressure coming from Qudis Lawal. Getting involved as well here is Alava. And finally the ball after all of that. Looked like a shin-kicking competition out there. Coughlin recovers it. I was very surprised one day to learn that that's actually a sport out there somewhere. Competitive shin kicking. Azqueta to Raymond. Hoffman holds it up along the left side. I'm also a big fan of watching YouTube videos of the Gloucestershire cheese rolling competition, where the guys chase after the wheel of cheese down the hill. Great entertainment if you've never seen that. People do it in costume. It's wonderful. 1:58 left in the third quarter. It's 3-3. Bennett goes to the chip. And Coughlin slides out. He's out of his frame, but comes back to secure the ball. Now to Fernandez the other way. Backdoor! Score! For a third time this season, Nilton DeAndrade is in the goal-scoring column against the Milwaukee Wave. And Utica has a 4-3 lead to boot with 1:38 left in our third quarter. Fernandez, the rookie, connecting with his fellow first-year man. And here we go again on a video review. Had a few of these already today. And they went to the monitor quite quickly. We'll see if we can establish the replay that they're looking for here. And it has to do with, I think, where Coughlin handled the ball. They've wound it all the way back to a battle in the neutral zone. So Mijatovic gets it free. It ends up at center. Then there's Bennett. There's the challenge by Coughlin. And he comes up to distribute, and that leads to the goal. Andrew Coughlin, by the way, has been a great distributor. He has 4 assists this year as a goalkeeper, which is a fantastic figure. And that springs Fernandez down the right side. Review over, good goal. Counts it for Nilton DeAndrade. His 4th point of the year against the Wave. And Fernandez will grab his 4th assist in his 9th appearance of the year. Video review is certainly adding a spicy element to the game this year. And if you happen to agree or disagree with the call tonight, you just might see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Ryan Sigich, Phil Levanko, and a few others in the rotating cast of characters. Check it every Friday on Twitch. Actually, the call at the end of the Utica-Harrisburg game was billed as perhaps the biggest call of the season in the league by Ryan Sigich on the show last week. .50 seconds left. Down into the corner. Knocked off his feet is Oliveira. Blue card. And the newcomer Fabinho going over to check on his counterpart. Good sportsmanship there, as those two came together pretty hard. I know things can get heated sometimes out there on the field, but if you get to know a lot of these guys long enough, you will find there's a lot of high-quality gentlemen in this league. There's a lot of really, really good people. And they all recognize that they're human. Fabinho gets the blue card. Kicking above the waist is what they have tagged him for here. Milwaukee to the power play. An opportunity to tie the game. It's 4-3 Utica. Alvarez at the zone line, plays it out to the wing. Returned by Bennett. He loves the left side on these special team scenarios. Around to Alvarez. Alvarez stutter step, draws the crowd. Bradley shoots, it's blocked. Ian Bennett scores. Power play goal for Ian Bennett. His 27th goal of the season. As he makes Utica pay for the blue card with 11 seconds to play in the third quarter. The inevitable Ian Bennett, winner of the last 2 MVP awards in the league. His point streak now at 45. Unbelievable what this man has done this year and in prior seasons. Coughlin from center making a bit himself and missed high. Bennett is team leading 8th power play goal of the year as well. That man is a magician. Final seconds tick off the third quarter clock, and we're headed to the fourth. We are all tied at 4 apiece. 4s are wild here at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. We'll step away, come back with the fourth and final quarter after these messages. Back on the air for the fourth quarter, right as we have our Sprague's Collision Center play of the game, and it's Utica's first goal of the match. It's Logan Roberts, who got Utica on the board in the second quarter with his third of the air, and that's the Sprague's Collision Center play of the game. See a few new fans in the chat today, so if you're enjoying what you see, please visit MASLsoccer.com. It's your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Let's rock and roll in this fourth quarter. We're tied at 4. In the third quarter, a total of 5 goals were scored, including 3 by Utica. Gerson, Segura, Andrade with the goals for Utica. Gerson had a goal and an assist. Kyle Crane, Ian Bennett for the Wave. Milwaukee in the gold kits today. Utica in their home blacks with the light blue striping up and down the front. Kind of a paintbrush look, which I enjoy. Bennett shoots. That's blocked away by Toby. Bennett along the right side. To Raymond. Ian Bennett with the latest Milwaukee goal at 14:49 of the third quarter. Bradley with the assist. 14-13 left. Here is Huffman to Bradley. Milwaukee at this stage of the game, they've been pushed pretty hard today by Utica. There's no doubt it's a 4-4 game. But they're probably quite thankful they had that extra day of rest in between games. The travel day yesterday, they left fairly early in the morning out of Milwaukee. Had a practice out in Syracuse. But they're probably fairly thankful they got that extra day to rest up before this one. That was a tough game on Friday against St. Louis. Huffman pries it free to Bennett. Bennett circling up the boards, traffics it back to Bradley. And now to Alvarez. "13 minutes, 15 seconds to go." Eight total goals in this one. Both teams, again, putting on a solid defensive and goaltending clinic in this one. Remember, the last meeting was 5-3, which is a fairly low-scoring game in this league. Shot taken along the right side, blocked by Toby. Coughlin downfield to the feet of Gerson. Bond wasn't able to fill in with the run. It was cleared away back to center by Salmeron. Nate Bordeaux to Mijatovic. Nilton DeAndrade centers in. Bond has it caught between his feet. Pressure was coming. Long shot, Mijatovic high and wide. Fans, don't forget that the MASL is on Sirius XM. You can catch MASL every Monday night on Sirius XM, channel 157 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, with Alex Bastiavansky recapping the weekend's games. He'll also have a guest on to discuss various league topics. Bennett steps up and shoots. Diving stop by Coughlin. The rebound cleaned up in the corner, sent up to Bordeaux and out of play off of Bradley. And actually, if you have Sirius XM, and you're a Utica fan especially, you may enjoy Friday night. The MASL Game of the Week on Channel 157 is Harrisburg and Utica this week at Harrisburg. Hundell to the middle, back heel distribution to the corner by Fernandez. Off the wall, it comes for Mijatovic, and that's dove on by Willie B. Down the right side, Utica player that came over to challenge, Nilton DeAndrade, went hard into the boards, whiffed on everything, including the man in the vicinity from Milwaukee, Kyle Crane. Play restarts off the distribution from Coughlin. Fabinho, Coughlin, Isak Soma, Wanalava. High press coming from Milwaukee here. They want to make the bid to take the lead. Fabinho, Isak Soma. Utica does a nice job of getting up to the offensive zone line here. That press from Milwaukee looked pretty ferocious. Chobe to Fabinho. To the corner, Yelovets behind Raymond. Dropped off into the corner. Alava. Stutter step, now flicks it back to Fabinho. Into the middle, Isak Soma stood up by Crane. And here comes Milwaukee on the counter. Nunez, right side. Soma challenges and gets a blue card. Isak Soma headed to the box on a blue card. As Nunez was coming downfield quickly. And the Wave to the power play. They scored on their last one. And in fact have 2 power play goals credited in this game. Alvarez and Bennett in the first and third quarters. Utica with one as well from Christian Segura. So Soma for tripping. Milwaukee to the power play. Long attempt was blocked in front by Bo Yelovets. Alvarez teed that up. Leaked all the way back to Willie B. Turned over. Bordeaux scores! Milwaukee miscue. It's a shorthanded goal, and Utica leads 5-4. Willie P looking to center and landed it right onto the feet of Bordeaux. He takes about 2 steps over, gets the ball, and shelves it. Holy cow, what a turn of events as Nate Bordeaux collects his 7th goal of the season and does so in a huge spot that puts Utica back in front in the 4th quarter with 9:34 to play. Unassisted, shorthanded goal. Bennett to the middle. Bennett with the ball in his feet. Coughlin reaching for it. And finally got to it as Bond upends Bennett. We will play on. Hoffman. 1:10 to go in the power play. That's still on the table here for Milwaukee after the shorthanded goal. And it makes the power play just that much more important. Now down by 1. You'd like to kind of even up the special teams here if you're the visiting team on this particular exchange. Was blocked up the boards. I think Hoffman was looking for a handball on Mijatovic, but he won't get it here. Luan Oliveira shoots off the shin of Coughlin and out of play. Bradley. Alvarez, Bennett, Alvarez. Diagonally to Hoffman. Hoffman to the middle. Oliveira denied. Timeout on the field. Derek Hoffman not happy. And Utica has called timeout here. 8:09 to play in the 4th quarter. 16 seconds to go in the Milwaukee power play. And while we have an opportunity, we want to tell you about how you can follow the MASL on social media. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. MASL Soccer on Facebook, Instagram, MASL Arena on Twitter. A lot of opportunities to engage with the league there and be part of the growth of our great game. I have a Tim Goldman sighting here in the stands. He's making his way up to visit with a few fans. Tim Goldman, good man, man of the people. Hosted a karaoke and trivia night here on Friday that was well attended. In addition to his work with Utica City FC. Out of the lineup due to injury today, 5 goals and 3 assists for 8 points. .09 remaining, 4th quarter. It's a 1-goal game here at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. Distribution to Coughlin, and he'll unload it with that mighty right arm of his. Luan Oliveira has an option. He shoots. Window was there at the top of the net if he could find it, but it goes over the bar. He had a look there on the top corner. If he can just knock that ball down, he hooks it by Roberts. And Coughlin reaches up and does get a piece. Nice save. That is a terrific save by Andrew Coughlin. Athletic save with 7:58 to go in the 4th quarter. We hit the media timeout. Let's check in on the other game today in the MASL. Happening, at least in the early window. We've got 3 more before the end of the night, including, or excluding the 2 that are being played right now. But let's get a look in at the Tropics and the Comets right now in the second quarter. The Florida Tropics, who are trailing Milwaukee in the Eastern Division right now, along with Kansas City, they're in a two-way tie. The Tropics are up 2-1 after they got beaten pretty badly last Friday. The Tropics got beat pretty handily by the Comets. I believe it was a 12-6 final score there. And this game today in Lakeland, Florida, also proving to be a pretty large presence in the Eastern standings, as the winner of that match gets outright control of second place, with the Milwaukee Wave leading with 30 standings points right now, 7 ahead of KC in Florida. Again, Utica, if you're just joining us, this game is huge for them too. And maybe even more so in terms of the life of their season down the stretch. These would be 3 huge points for Utica if they can hold on to this result in a battle for the 5th and final playoff spot right now. Over to Bradley on the restart. He shoots and scores with 1 second left in the power play. Alex Bradley has this game tied up at 5. .754 remaining. Alex Bradley, the midfielder, comes up with a huge goal. The native of Milton Keynes, United Kingdom. And we are all tied. 5 apiece. Under 8 minutes to play. Coughlin to center, off the shelf of the boards. Sent back forward, and Segura does a nice job shielding his netminder. Oliveira will get the assist, by the way, on the Bradley goal. With 7:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. That is Bradley's 4th of the year. 7:12 left, Alava. Into the middle, plays it to the left, finds Segura. And now Alava down the left side. Alava originally from Ecuador, but did spend a fair amount of time downstate growing up. Particularly, I believe on Long Island is where he spent a lot of his upbringing after coming from Ecuador. Played college soccer for one of the Connecticut state schools. Right wing side shot taken by Segura, blocked away by Willie B. And now back to Andrew Coughlin in his own zone. Hoffman plays it out to his left. Wiedebach loses his footing. It was upended, and it will stay with Milwaukee on the free kick. With 6:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Ian Bennett to Cudis Lawal. Fernandez pressuring. Lawal splits it. Salmeron. Luan Oliveira. Or rather, Sean Azqueta. Down he goes in the corner. Knifed across the box. As play continues with 5:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. Luan Oliveira dribbles to the middle and taken down by Fernandez. Free kick in zone for the Wave. We are all tied. 5:38 to go. Another day, another dollar, another tight game in the MASL. The Wave had a great one on Friday against St. Louis. Oliveira pulls up and shoots, blocked away. And back through center it goes. Willie B there to collect it. Huffman against Toby along the left side. Back to center. Bradley. One-on-one matchup downfield. Deflected away from Huffman by Toby. And now a transition ahead for Utica. Off the boards from Fernandez. Nilton DeAndrade to his right. Shot goes high for Fabinho. Fabinho in his Utica debut today. But he won't get his first goal in a City uniform that time. 4:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Into the hands of Andrew Coughlin. Coughlin and William Bonahenne having an outstanding battle the last time that they met in that 5-3 match at Milwaukee on February the 5th. We've got another one here today between those two. Another well-played match between those two sides. Bojelovic off the boards. Soma scores! Isak Soma, his fourth of the year. The Proctor High School product. Puffs one into the back of the net for a 6-5 lead. Shelves it over Willie B. Isak Soma makes his mark in this match. Jelovic will grab the assist. And it's a 6-5 score with 4:25 left in the fourth quarter. Segura under a lot of pressure now. Raymond and Grable were there. Turned over to Azqueta. Azqueta to Huffman. Huffman in the middle has an option and the shot is blocked. Grable heads it. Coughlin says no. .404 left. Back heel to Raymond. Here's Huffman. Huffman cutting left. Tries to shoot. That's knocked away. Roberts puts his hands up in the air as if to claim innocence in that collision with Huffman. It will be Utica ball from out of the back with 3:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Listen to this place come alive. 3:43 left. Taylor Bond. 6-5 Utica. Bordeaux makes his man miss. Bordeaux cutting to the middle. Here's Nilton DeAndrade. Tap in, score! The 8th-year pro Dylan Hundelt with his second of the year for Utica City FC. And it is 7-5. Co-captain clutch Nate Bordeaux hinging it through Nilton DeAndrade. And Hundelt takes care of the rest. 7-5, 3:27 left in the fourth quarter. The City in front of the Wave in what would be a seismic 3 points for Utica if this holds. Again, if you're just joining us, this has been an outstanding contest between two great teams here this afternoon. The Utica fans that have waited 8 days to see their team in action again have been treated to a thriller. While Milwaukee fans, they've been busy lately. And you know what? Down by a couple right now, but it hasn't been for lack of excitement. The Wave had the first 2 goals in this game. In fact, going into the first quarter, the only 2 goals of the frame, Huffman and Alvarez, before Utica scored the next 3. Roberts in the second quarter, Gerson and Segura in the third to make it 3-2 in favor of Utica at that point. They took the lead on that run before Crane re-leveled the score at 3. Nilton DeAndrade and Ian Bennett each with a goal apiece to bring us to the fourth quarter. And Utica has outscored Milwaukee 3-1 in the fourth quarter. Bordeaux, Soma, Hundel outpacing the goal by Bradley. And here we are at 7-5 in the fourth quarter of play with 3:27 remaining in the contest here this afternoon at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. By the way, Utica back in action again on Sunday here at the Aud. They'll host the Baltimore Blast before a 3-game road trip, so get your tickets on Empire State Tix or at SI Tix and join us for that Utica-Baltimore game before the city goes on a 3-game road trip. Milwaukee is at Kansas City a week from today. Huge match in the East. Deflected towards the goal line by Luan Oliveira. And that's knocked away off the line. 3:06 left. Another look at it here. Darren Toby sweeping that off in front of the goal line. Could have been trouble if he's not there. 7-5. 2:52 to play in the fourth quarter. Bradley. Extra attacker is on, by the way. It's Alvarez, who Milwaukee is employing here with 2.5 to play. Again, the extra attacker, if you're new to this game, is denoted by a different color jersey because the extra attacker maintains some goalkeeper privileges and has to be delineated from the goalkeeper themselves. Bordeaux, Hundel, can he score again? Knocked off the line, it's loose in front, Alava delays and shoots, it's off the boards. Mayhem at the Aud with 1:54 left. Toby with the clearance off the line. Then there was one at the other end. I believe it was Wiedebach who got there. Around to the far side, Bennett shoots. Blocked away by Yelovitz. Back heel to Roberts. Raymond has been in plenty of close games in this building. Centering feed to the front. Cleared away by Toby. Darren Toby standing tall in the latter stages of this match. Raymond volleys one right into his former teammate Coughlin. Empty net attempt by Bordeaux is wide on the clear out. Huffman under heat from Alava. The extra attacker Alvarez is there. Stolen by Bond. Taylor Bond to the empty net. That's headed away. Nice effort there coming back by Milwaukee with 43.6 left. Utica up by 2. Bond together with Bradley. And to Bo Yelovitz. Mijatovic knocked down by Huffman. Ahead to Bennett. Bennett weaving into the middle. Mijatovic challenges. A shot towards the empty net is turned away by Alvarez. 14 seconds left. Oliveira shoots wide. Sent all the way down into the corner. The Odd rises to their feet. And Utica knocks off the Milwaukee Wave here this afternoon. Seven to 5 the final. Utica gets 3 points off the division leader in an awesome match. And that makes that game that's happening right now between Florida and Kansas City all the bigger as well. That definitely increases the gravitas of that match just a little bit. But Utica comes from behind. They were down 2-0 early. And City never wavered and found their way back against a team that they knew they could compete against. And the Wave now 3-3-1 when playing on the road this season. So for Milwaukee, if there's an area of improvement you can kind of circle right now if you're the Wave. And this is a darn good team, to be clear. This Milwaukee team is fantastic. But definitely check off road performance is something they need to improve on. Here's Michael Lear with Andrew Coughlin. Andrew Coughlin, the Utica goalkeeper, victorious here this afternoon. He makes 11 saves on 16 shots in another solid performance, outdueling the reigning co-defensive player of the week in the league, William Bonahene, who made 8 saves today. So again, Utica finds a way to rally back out of an early 2-0 hole. Multi-point games today by 4 different players. Gerson a goal and an assist. Yelovitz and Fernandez with 2 assists apiece. Andrade a goal and an assist as he continues to pester Milwaukee. He has been so good against the Wave in his rookie season. Bordeaux, Segura, Hundell, Soma, and Roberts with the remaining Utica goals here this afternoon. Utica improves to 6-8-0. They pick up 3 key points in that battle for the 5th and final playoff spot in the East. 5th victory of the season at home for the City as well. We'll see you next Sunday as Utica takes on Baltimore here at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium for our entire crew, including Eric Kawayatek down in the production room. Ray Biggs saying so long, goodbye, be good to yourselves, and be good to each other.